Straw Hut Media.
I think it was all Ryan's fault, if you ask me. He was beating himself up over it. He was so upset.
From Straw Hut Media, this is Brandi Glanville Unfiltered.
So I feel like this is deja vu.
Why?
Because we did this interview with Captain Sandy already once, but
It was my fault. It was my fault.
There was a
I
glitch.
didn't realize that her video and audio was not recording.
Well, it's all right. You know what? It was good because I was kind of nervous because, you know, I love Captain Sandy and I was speaking over her a lot like I do. I know this hair is curling back here. But so we had a practice run.
Yeah.
And now
I did like that first one though so much though because you were nervous and you could see this like you're kind of fangirling a little bit.
Well, I got to meet her at BravoCon and her beautiful girlfriend. And then I just like, I feel like I wish I could have her zen.
She's got some qualities in.
Right. Is that very much.
She really
like,
does.
I just want to be more like her.
It's like every time you asked her a question, it felt like maybe it's just because there was a delay. I don't know. But it's like, it felt like she like took time and then answered.
Well, because she's probably thinking she's not going to just like word vomit like me.
Yeah.
And she was and she also was like, are you going to speak over me again? Probably. But for this one, I tried my hardest not to speak over her.
Yeah.
She has a new book, Be the Calm or Be the Storm. And like I told her, I'm both. I'm usually the storm before the calm.
I was going to say.
But I would. Oh my God, her last name is Yawn. I did not know that. And I've been looking at this book for like 2 months. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Because she is so zen. I mean, like maybe she's just like constantly yawning.
Yeah, maybe she really embraced her name.
Yawn. Yeah. And maybe she's like, you know what, I'm going to be yawnful.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get my favorite captain. I love Captain Lee too, but let's get my favorite female captain, Sandy, in here. Welcome, Candy. Oh, Candy. Oh my God. I'm a little tipsy.
Captain and Sandy, Candy, right?
Right? You're just going to call you Candy. Like, I answer to any B name. Brenda, Brittany, whatever you call me, I'll answer.
Yeah.
Welcome, my favorite captain, Captain Sandy from Below Deck Med, to Brandi Glanville Unfiltered. We're here to talk about your new book and just that I'm a huge fan of yours and all about the show. So welcome.
Thanks for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Of course. How is your book tour going?
Good. You know, it's exhausting as, you know, this whole thing is you're talking, and the energy you give to everybody you're in front of. You want to give them everything they deserve, which is they're fans, and we're grateful for them. It's exhilarating and tiring and fun, and I'm meeting so many different people. I'm loving it.
Yeah, no, it's great. And honestly, I think you're much like myself. Like, I'm not leaving just because it's an hour long if people are still standing in line. Because I feel like they're there for me and like I need to be there for them. I don't know if that's your situation,
absolutely.
But I would believe you'd be like that. Yeah.
Yes, of course. Like they're there. That's right. And you got to give them exactly, hey, they showed up for us, right? So we have to be there for them. Yes.
Right. And I would have people like, do you want to leave? I'm like, I can't leave. I can't leave this line. And like they are the people that make our books popular and all of that. You know what I mean? Let's talk about your book, Be the Calm or Be the Storm, or like maybe both.
You like that. Or maybe both, right? Thanks for that. I mean, that, like I just shared earlier, I'm 58 years young. So 50, let's just say 40 years ago, was I actually that calm? Probably not. Experience in life has taught me to maybe just take a pause, take a beat, don't react, just respond and be more gentle in my approach. Because the last thing I want to do is kill someone's spirit. And when you do that, you see the look on their face and you're like, I don't really want to be that person. I actually want to bring smiles to their face and lift their spirits up. So that's part of that book. And it's for leaders out there, even moms in households. It really gives tools to help people in life through storytelling, which, when I read a book, it has to capture me through storytelling, and I like the real stuff. So that's basically
Me
what I put
too.
into this book. Yeah.
And I think that's why, like, I know that's why I love you. I think that's why other people love you, because you're not this stuffy person that is like, I'm the captain, leave me alone. You're in there. You get your hands dirty. You are helping the depth crew, and like, you're bringing people up and saying, I want you to do really well in this business. So I'm going to show you how to drop the anchor or drive the boat or whatever. And I have not seen that with any other captain on Below Deck. And I just applaud you for that, because a lot of people, when they get to a certain status like yours, they don't want to help. They want to be the only one, if that makes sense.
Yeah, which to me is very selfish, because when you help people, it's about the team. There's no I in teamwork, right? So listen, we're there to create an atmosphere that's enjoyable for our clients and to achieve the ultimate goals where they walk off happy. And how do we do that? Together, right? Because some people's energy may be down. So that's where the other people step in and they bring the energy up. That's when it's like a flow. And back in the day, like when I was a charter captain before the show, I remember passing the phone to everybody in my crew and go, your turn. Because there's, with the language barriers, and you try to order something or dockage, it's like you get exhausted and you're like, because a lot of times the French, they just hang the phone up if they can't understand you. So we just pass the phone around to get one simple answer, and it's usually about dockage or provisions. And everybody was included, because there's a point where you're just like, I can't do this crap anymore. I'm going to lose my shit on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go, here, Chief Stu, here, deckhand, you try. By the time it circles back around, the problem solved.
That's an amazing lesson. And I think that you are such a teacher. When I watch, like I feel like you're so, when you get mad at someone, I know they're really doing poorly, like with the Fraser situation. And I saw that as well. I'm like, he wants to do everything himself. He wants to, because if you can't delegate, which I'm a doer, like I feel like I can do things better than everyone else. I'm very guilty of that. So with my kids, I'm like, never mind, I'll just do it. Do you know what I mean? But a real leader has to be able to delegate. And I think that you captured that on this season. And I think that he got it finally now.
Yes.
It took a minute.
Yeah, it's okay. People learn in their time. But yes, true leadership is delegation. And you have to be willing to allow them to take the risk, to make decisions, to make mistakes. And that's why when you're in charge, it's your job to shoulder that. Tell them, great job. Don't be discouraged by your mistake. Keep going. And Fraser he didn't do that. And so that's why you had the Alyssa Camille problem, whereas Fraser should have been on top of that. And he learned. Yeah. Listen, he's watching himself on TV. Yes. He's going, we all are. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, exactly. So
you can't be best friends with everyone. You have to be able to have that hierarchy, that relationship where there's respect there, which I am so thankful you fired Alyssa. Like, oh my Lord. Hey, okay, Sandy. All right. I was just tanning. Well, we all had our tasks and we did them. Oh my gosh.
You did that so well.
I know, right? But that, because it annoys me so much. She actually, to me, I don't like the word cancer, but she was such more the problem than the other girl, which now I can't remember her name.
Camille.
Camille. And because when someone leaves that she had a problem with, she had to have someone else to have a problem with, and someone's back that she was carrying, and the way she spoke to you. Okay, Sandy. And then Captain Sandy, I was like, I was there, I would have lost it.
Yeah.
Lost it.
So yeah, I thank you. Yes, and you have those people in life that are completely clueless, and good luck in your future, right? Because that attitude and that disrespect isn't going to bode well for her. Hopefully, it's a learning that she's watching herself on TV right now. She sees how awful she was. And then maybe she'll correct her course in life, uh, but she won't be back on any boat I run. I'll tell you that right now. And secondly,
Yeah.
one of the things I want to really commend Haley. Haley never
I
bought the
love
bullshit,
Hey,
right?
and she didn't complain. She worked
Never.
hard. She didn't get involved with the nonsense.
Not at all.
And she was so I love her. I was just
Yes.
like, she's the coolest chick. She doesn't want to be involved. She's not getting involved. She just wants the job done well. And she's got a smile on her face, happy to be there. And I love that about her.
Great person, right? So she was the balance,
Love.
I think. Yeah. I think her and Camille would have done really well together. And if Camille had one
I
position,
agree.
yeah, and if Camille had one position on board, not deck, stew, but just
Right.
stew or deck, she would have done a better job. And if she had a leader that actually spent time with her and explained things and not criticize, then, or just
Instead of Alyssa, who was like antagonizing,
totally
constantly antagonizing her. And
Yeah.
like, what is the word? She was so low key, like passive aggressive. I can't explain it, but those are the people in my life. Well, they're not in my life. That is
Right.
the truth. I do think that she could have really been a great stewardess. Tell me her name again. I keep forgetting.
Camille.
Not Camille.
Haley. Yes.
Haley.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But Haley had her own business. Like you could tell, Haley has her own business in the UK. She's older than them. And again, age does change people. And
No, I was saying that Camille, though, could actually have been fine had Alyssa not been there and had she had one job to do. I really
Totally.
think that she would have
Yes.
been great.
Yes, and she makes me like, I have to tell you, I laugh at her and her reactions. Like she got that lighter on the first time. She could lit her cigarette. It was hilarious. Like just so her
Likeable.
attitudes. Yeah, she's bubbly. She has the energy. She's not condescending. Yes, maybe she's a little lazy, but I think if you're able to go, hey, I always make my jobs fun and challenging. Like in my mind, if I got to do the grunt work, I'm not going to make it fun. Whatever I do.
Also, if I think she had proper direction and not from Melissa being, you need to do this, you need to do that. Like just like Frasier saying, do this, she would have been fine.
Yeah, agreed. 1000%. She would have been fine. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's been fun to watch.
As far as Below Deck goes, like Captain Lee just came back.
Yes.
Were you sad to leave?
No, not at all. Now, remember, I left during Valentine's Day, and I had a girlfriend that needed me. I'm the one that said, I booked my flight. You better get them back here because I'm leaving. Like it wasn't, you step in and you help people out, but there's a point where you go, okay, I was told it was for a little while, but it turned in a little longer, which was fine, but I knew my deadline. And that's when I decided to book my flight. And I went
good
home
on you.
because I went there for Leah because she had some surgery and I needed to be there.
Oh, is she doing okay?
Yeah, she's great. Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah, we've talked prior, but we won't get into that. So tell me about just being on TV and how it's changed your life.
So, well, I mean, it's like you can't really walk through an airport anymore without being stopped. Great and not so great, right? So the great part is, yes, inspiring people around the globe, a lot, obviously, so many more opportunities because you have a platform, giving back, doing the next right thing. But at the same time, it takes that energy, which we have to recharge, to be able to go out and give what they want, because you don't want to disappoint, right? Because you've been given this platform.
Absolutely
So
not. Exactly.
finding that balance where, like today, I have back-to-back interviews all day. I'm exhausted. And I have like all these scripts to read, you know what I mean, for International Women's Month, right? So
it's just like you have to be on, and you're so very blessed to be there, but you're still allowed to be exhausted. We have to take care of ourselves, because if we're not good with ourselves, we can't give the people that are standing in line for books and all of these things enough. Yeah. We can't give them what they deserve. So you need to rest if you can.
Yes.
You have to.
So, yeah. So I'm going to smash these out tonight. So tomorrow I'm prepping for a speech I'm doing at a college, which I really want to give those kids something like a takeaway.
That is so stressful to me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm glad it's you and not me.
Yeah, I don't know. I love I like speaking.
But I think the thing with you is, I think if you just speak from the heart without, you don't even need a script. I think that when it's something so scripted and you can tell, it's like, but I think you have this beautiful power that it's a calming power, and people really listen to you. And if you just speak from the heart and tell them, what you're here for and like what you believe in, I think that's all you need to do.
Yeah, but I do, want to have like a couple like good, powerful, like I'm going to talk about progress, not perfection, because everybody strives to be perfect, and perfection doesn't exist unless you're God, right? Being accurate, or, having a meal that's like incredible. So we in life feel like, I know for me, it's like, I got to do this perfectly. And that's such pressure we put on ourselves. So that's really what I'm going to speak to. Just make progress every day, just progress. And that's what I try to do on a daily basis.
A little bit, baby steps. If my friends are like, we all have these new, since COVID, like just getting out of the house is difficult sometimes.
Well, you're a bit famous, so that it's like on steroids, and it's like you're, like just your regular everyday person walking out of your house. So I could see where you've had that solitude, and you walk out, and it's like, all of a sudden you're surrounded with people.
Everything's judged. Yeah, it's hard. Like I even skipped like a Super Bowl party this time around because I was like, I just don't want to answer questions about the drama that's happened. You know what I mean? Like, I think that like fame is a very crazy drug.
For some people. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. For a lot of people, I personally don't feel it. And I feel like you're not like that either, but some people are so addicted to it.
Yeah.
And it can't live without it. And for me, like, I would just rather be really rich and not famous.
I like that. Yeah, that would be awesome.
That's my dream. Like, you would never see me again. Great. Just give me all the money.
Really rich.
I'll be on the yacht with my friends. I'll never have to talk to you again. Like, that's my jam. Like, tell me a little bit about, like, the book is doing really well. Tell me about what's like been the main reaction.
People, honestly, blown away, because who they see on TV is not what they expect to read in the book. So the history of my background, thank you. And who I used to be and how I changed. Like so many people, especially in my industry, because they didn't know me before I got clean. Like, they're going, holy shit, Sandy. Like, you were a tornado, so.
Wild child, drug person, like drug. I don't know if you were an addict, but you were in jail all of the time. And then all of a sudden you're like on a boat and you're fighting pirates. Like, let's talk about the pirates, please.
Yeah. So I didn't fight pirates. So no, but I was chased by pirates in Windward Passage between Cuba and Haiti. But the Red Sea, it was the threat of pirates. Of course, they were on their way, but the Navy showed up first, which was great. So we were rescued by a warship. which is pretty awesome.
Wow.
You see this big gray warship pull up, and you're like, all these military guys, you kind of feel safe. You're like, oof, I can breathe now. That was it. And they towed us to Hodeida, which is a port in Yemen. And you're like, I kind of want to be towed to Florida, not Hodeida. So that was tough times, man.
But you have a true, like, kind of rag to riches story. No, I'm not saying rags, but I mean, you have a true, like, you went through it and you've come out on the other end in this amazing space. And like, now you're able to give advice to other people that may be in that negative space, which I think a lot of us have all been there. But I think it's so inspiring. I think that's the number one thing that we want to know about. Like, how'd you get from A to B?
I got clean, and I should have been clean many, many years ago, but I was in and out of treatment. Honestly, that was the segue into life and being a productive member of society. And to be honest, like, the yacht world gave me opportunities. I got to travel the world, meet different nationalities. I got to see there was so much more than what I was doing and how many opportunities there are out there. And I'm hoping that in my book, people see that and know that you have these opportunities. Over in Europe, they'll say, how can you tell it's an American? They speak one language. Interesting, right?
It's kind of true, right?
Yeah,
and it's very sad.
But we're a big country. It isn't like we're surrounded. Like, you can drive through 5 countries in 8 hours in Europe, right? You could fit Europe in the state of Texas.
That's true.
So if we were surrounded by that, then we'd have more opportunity. But what I encourage people to do is get a passport, travel, go. What I love about people from Australia and those parts of the world is they're encouraged to go. Yes, they're encouraged to go explore, right? Go out. Americans are very, like, keep their babies close.
Right? Stay in your, like, do what your parents did. Stay in your same town. Like, it's very, like, my kids have traveled extensively. I feel they're very blessed. So they've, like, been to China and Spain and Paris and other places that I can't remember. They're very lucky. But, like, I think that education that you get while you're traveling is, and like, it's like nothing else. So I was the only one that only didn't go to college in my family, but I went to Europe and I lived there for 6 years and I was all over the place.
So,
yeah, no, I know, but I mean, I don't think that everyone knew that you started from the bottom. Now you're here. Started from the bottom. Now we're all here.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely. And living in Europe, you had to learn how to, like, navigate the language barrier. You had to learn how to buy your groceries, provision. I mean, how hard was that?
Girl.
Like, and buy a sacchetto. You're like, what do you mean I have to buy a bag? Like, to put my groceries in?
I might have stole a few things.
Yeah.
I mean, but listen, I was 17. Like, you have to give me a break. But that's it. No, exactly. It's like, you have to learn how to get around by yourself. You have to learn the language. You have to learn so many different things, like how not to be taken advantage of when you are shopping in those open markets. Because if you're like, oh, I only speak English. My favorite thing that I learned in France was merci fuck you. I made it for myself because the French, and by the way, I am 19% French, and the guy I like right now is French, but I was so annoyed with how rude they were. So when they wouldn't help me, I'm like, merci fuck you. And they're like, they would turn around because it took them a second. I'm like, yeah, bitch, bye.
Instead of merci beaucoup, it's merci fuck you.
No, merci beaucoup, merci fuck you. It's very similar. So, but I like entertained myself, but I got by. Yeah, on ramen and apples. I might have stolen some apples, but I think it's really important that you have that education, and we don't have that here. So you were lucky to get that by joining the yachting.
You learn to problem solve,
Yeah.
right? So I think it's perfect for problem solving. You're like, I got to figure out the freaking metro, or I'm not going to get around. You know, you're at 17. It's like you got a bank full of money. Like you had to learn where to go and, sleep and shop the hotels. Like just a taxi ride. It's like, I remember I was in Spain and the chef, he was like so over it. He goes, Sandy, come to the grocery store with me, or supermarket, whatever. So I go, and then he goes, this is what happens every time, because I was giving him a hard time. I'm like, dude, you take so long to get provisions. So I went with him. He had all the groceries on the ground. The taxi saw how many groceries we had, and we were getting ready to get in the car, and he drove off. He's just like, so we had to drive, push the cart all the way to the boat, Like, it was hilarious. Go, this is why. I'm like,
it's a learning experience.
Yes.
But you have that. And I think that's what our youth is missing a little bit now. That even though my kids are traveling, they're not struggling. Like I was struggle traveling. I was a starving model to an extent. I had a place, we had a model's apartment, but that said, everything else was on me, to provide for myself. And I think this book will be super inspirational to people that don't think they can make it. Like, because God forbid they had one bad year or one bad experience and they're stuck in their town. They're stuck in, like, I'm from Sacramento, let's say Sacramento. You're from Florida. Where in Florida?
Right. I'm from the West Coast, Sarasota, Bradenton. But I lived in Fort Lauderdale since 1987.
Right. So we're in these like little, not little towns, but you think that is your world. And it's really important for these people to realize that they can like rehabilitate themselves. Is that the rehabilitate? Did I say it right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little drunk now. I might need to rehabilitate myself.
I love you.
Thank you. No, but just to be able to, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Like you can go on. And I think it's rare, and I think it's awesome because you're talking about it, that you can go on and become this amazing captain in a boys club and be like, you're like crushing it.
Thank you. So are you. Thank you. And it's Women's Month, and we need to empower each other, right? Not take each other down.
We do.
All you Twitter haters and social media haters. It's like the women are vile. So this is the time where we come together in March and we go, let's empower each other. Let's lift each other up, not tear each other down because you're jealous or you have some preconceived idea of what you see on TV about someone that you actually never met in your life. It's like, if someone met you personally, they would love you. If someone met me personally, they would love me, because we're not pretentious. We're not like in our ego. We're just like real people who care,
normal
and just want to have a good time, and would love to be rich so we didn't have to be famous.
Right. That is all I fucking want. You will never see me again. Give me money. But that said, again, we cannot, Ryan's laughing at me, we cannot care about, and I told you this last time, we cannot care about these social media trolls. Cannot give them energy. No. You have to feel sorry for them and just be like, I pray for you to have, because you have a great life. You have a great girlfriend. You have a great book. I have great children. I have my great books. Like we have so much to listen to the trolls. Hello, go and brush your shoulder off. We don't need it. Like, I'm not doing it. We're not doing any more to Captain Sandy. I almost said Sandy, but I don't want to.
That's okay. You can call me Sandy.
Fired.
I'm Sandy.
No. No, I like Captain Sandy. I called Chef Ben.
Oh, you did?
No, but you know what I mean. I have amazing girlfriends. I love them all. They're all gorgeous. I support them all in every way I can. And I feel very blessed to have them. And I think that's that's the difference between these haters on the internet, like they don't have people that love them. They don't have people that support them, you know? So we can tell them to fuck the fuck off.
Right. You need to calm down. That song. I love it. Don't throw no shade. You know what I mean? It's like, throw shade your own, like.
I feel you.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. But you're right.
I can't sing otherwise.
The first couple years, like, it was personal, but then I was like, what? They don't know me. Difficult. So I don't respond. I'm like Kate Chastain, block, delete, block, delete. I learned that from her. Block, delete, block, delete.
Or just mute them because they're still a number. Thank you for following my life and suck a dick.
Mute
and
them.
Hopefully choke on it.
Okay, I'll do that. That's good.
You mute them because then you can have the number still. Yeah. It's like, and you don't have to listen to their nonsense.
Right.
So it's great. I'm just like, I have no time for anyone anymore. I was like, I need to turn off the Google alerts because that's what really messes me up. So I should probably do that just because.
I don't have it on. I turned that off 4 years ago.
Smart.
You know why? Because if I want to see an article, my friends make sure I know, right? If there's something.
Right. Of course. Yeah. Thanks, guys. And even if it's bad, thanks, guys. I don't look at it on purpose. But yeah, I adore you. You know that.
Thank you.
And we love you. And also your girlfriend. We love your girlfriend. So I'm not sexually harassing you.
Well, who said that?
This is your book.
Thank you.
No, it's a long story.
Is it really?
And congratulations and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Not that you even need it, of course.
No, but it's good to be wished that. Thank you. Like, all I want to do now is these college kids is I want to like help them out in life.
Bring them up. Exactly.
Yes. So you're awesome. I really am happy I got to see you twice in 1 month.
Oh my God, me too. And I'll be in Florida. I'll be in Florida soon for Kate Sip and See. I don't know when she's having it, but I said if I'm not invited, I would murder her. But also my best friend's going through cancer there, so I'm going to go see him. So I'll be there.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah. So March.
Yeah, it's okay.
March 24th at the Safe Harbor Rybovich Marina, which is like a resort in Palm Beach. I'm doing a fundraiser charity, which Captain Sandy's charities. But on the 23rd, Amy Phillips will be at Meisner Park.
I love
in
her.
Boca. I know. So try to come then.
Unfortunately, the end of March, I'll be in Atlanta for a charity event. But those exact 2 days. But otherwise, if I don't make it there, I'll make it there.
Okay.
I'm going to help someone somewhere. That's the plan.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Lots of love.
Well, now we know I need a maritime license, obviously.
Yes, like I was saying a few episodes ago, get the boat.
Oh my God.
You host it with Kate.
I have to drive it too? I can't do all of the above.
We'll have Captain Sandy.
No, you can only have your maritime license, I think, if you're a captain. So they don't fuck with you at the passport
Would
thing.
You prefer the sous chef, the host, or the captain?
The host.
I think you would kill it as a host.
But they don't have hosts on these things. The host is the person that... No, they have like people that clean.
I see.
And get you drinks. I don't want to do that. That's work.
No.
I did that half my life. I mean, I cleaned. I didn't get drinks. I did actually cocktail waitress too. I did a lot of shit.
Again, it will be $8,000 an hour for Brandi and Kate's.
And that's each. So $16,000 an hour. we don't split.
No, they don't split.
We're equally as we're low maintenance. I mean, I know her pretty well now. We're pretty fucking low maintenance. She has nice clothes and we like nice cars, but like other than that, we're very normal. We talk about cleaning products. We make fun of each other. We talk about things that we should never talk about that I'm never going to say.
I'd love to know those.
Yeah, you're not going to know them. We talk shit about some people. But yeah, no, I love talking to Sandy. And the pirate story, like, whew.
See? Yes.
We didn't get that the first time.
No, we didn't.
Yes.
I'm curious.
Pew.
There's something going on?
There's something going on with my dog.
Oh, I don't smell it. I don't smell it. I don't want to smell it.
Okay.
I'm curious to know, like, having now had a one-on-one conversation with both Sandy and Captain Lee,
Yeah. I can't pick. Don't even try, because I can't. They're totally different. Okay. I feel like Sandy and I are like, I could sit and listen to Lee's stories for hours, but I feel like Sandy and I could go and party together. I know she doesn't drink, but like, I feel like not that Lee wouldn't, but I feel like he's like more like my dad-ish, or she's like my equal-ish.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, obviously she's more
I feel like you could party harder with Lee.
I don't think I don't think either of them drink, but yeah.
Okay.
Either way, like, I love them both. I don't know. I feel like I get the way that Captain Sandy, I get them both. I get how she thinks, and how, like, when people show up for you, you really appreciate it. And I like that she remembers that, and it's very cute.
Are they
they're friends?
Okay. She's going to be back on the show, right?
I believe so. I think they both are. I mean, I've heard rumors about Lee, but I know that Sandy, they can't do the show without Sandy. Let's be honest. I mean, you're not gonna have a show. Mm-hmm. We need Sandy. We need Lee. The others, I don't know.
Okay. All
right. And by the way, the Aussie captain did DM me twice, but not like sexual DMs or anything fun.
But like, like, hey, let's grab a drink.
With like a heart. No, that would be fun.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what your DMs are.
Well,
like, what?
You're never gonna know now.
You'll tell Kate.
Yeah, I will. But it wasn't. No, it was like, I guess we talked about it on Watch What Happens Live, and he wanted to know what I was talking about. And then he DM'd me before that something, but I don't know what it was about. It wasn't like, let's hook up.
Okay. I didn't, no, that's fine. But like let's hang out? Not even that?
No, I don't remember. No, it wasn't like that. Because that to me is that
means hook up.
Yeah.
I see.
I didn't get that.
All right. Would you like to do yachting haiku?
Another one? Yes. Can't wait.
Right, that's right.
The boat.
No, this one would be a
storm.
A storm haiku.
The storm is the norm with me. It happens when you sail the seven seas. Wind, rain, hail, and snow. But Captain Sandy, she just lets it go. Lets it go. Lets it go. Boom.
It's like a little R&B love song for Captain Sandy.
Oh, my Lord.
Thanks for listening to Brandi Glanville Unfiltered. Download new episodes every week, and if you haven't already, subscribe. And be sure to leave us a rating and review. And while you're at it, check out some of the other great shows available on Straw Hut Media.